If you watched the video for this floral rondelle necklace, you may have seen Sheryl's beautiful sample piece that had on with it the little drop flower here at the bottom. What I want to show you is how to make that little drop flower in case you want to make her design or a matching pair of earrings to the beautiful necklace. If you need any materials, go ahead and look below the video in the description and we'll put links to everything there for you. So to begin, I have the drops for the bottom of my earrings, and we're going to start to create our flower on the top here. We're going to create the flower with 11 O's and 15 O's, and I have some wire guards here along with some crystals for the front of the design. To begin, I want you to pick up 6 of your rondelles. I'm holding the bottom of some size 8 dragon thread in the green color, and I have a size 10 needle. I'm going to let those 6 rondelles fall to the bottom of the thread and simply tie it into a loop, into that floral shape. Now that it's tied into that floral shape, I'm going to take my needle and thread through the next rondelle, and we're going to pick up an 11 O seed bead, and then once again go through the next rondelle. You may be saying, why didn't you do this originally and put an 11 O between the rondelles? It's because by having just the thread, the rondelles sit closer together, and then these 11 O's kind of fill in the space above. So you're going through and adding an 11 and sewing through the next rondelle. Add an 11 through the next rondelle. Going the whole way around here then, I'm going to exit through the 11 O seed bead that I first put on, and now we're going to get ready with some 15s. This is such a simple and cute design. For the 15s, we're going to use 6, and then we're going to go around the rondelle and into the next 11 O seed bead. What this is going to do is put those 6 just right there on the top. So again, 6 beads go on of your 15s, and once those 6 are on your thread and needle, go over and sew through that next 11 O that you just added. This gets that little floral design on the outer edge. You're going to continue to do that the whole way until we have 1 left, and then I'm going to show you how we add a little drop at the bottom. We've gone ahead and added our seed beads the whole way around, doing the last rondelle, and I'm back to the first set of those 15s. And what I'm doing is bringing my needle and thread out after the 3rd bead, because remember we did 6 going around. So we're going to go through our first 3 of our 15 O's, and that's where we're going to bring our drop down out of it. You can go in and you can kind of add whatever you want. I'm going to add one 11 O, then I'm going to go through my drop here, pick up one of my rondelles that matches my necklace that I have on at the bottom here. And then I'm going to use 1 and 2 and 3 of my 15s to do a little picot trim and go back up through that bead, including the 11 O, and then up through those 3 seed beads on the side. When I pull then, this is just going to hang right there from the base. From here, I'm going to get back to the middle of the design to do my crystal in the middle, and then also get back to the top so I can do my wire guard along it and it can hang down. To get back to the middle, go through an 11 O after those 15s and out of one of your rondelles after. Bring your needle and thread out that way, making sure not to get into that thread. You can see that pretty little drop there. And now what we're going to do is decorate the middle with our seed beads here on the side. So we're coming out of a rondelle, and we want to make sure that we make it even. So I'm actually going to go through the rondelles the whole way so it sits like an X, sewing through, and I want to come out through that top rondelle. As I sewed through to get to that top rondelle, I did not sew through the 11 O's, I just sewed through the rondelles to keep it a little bit tighter. Here's where we're going to get our crystals and add a little bit of that lighter color into place. Pour out a couple more of my 15s and get ready to go to the middle. To go to the middle, we're going to add 1, 2, 3 15s, followed by one of my crystals and 3 more of your 15s. Go down to the rondelle at the bottom because there's an even amount, and you're going to sew into the rondelle from the left side, which is where your thread is coming out, to the right. See how that just kind of has it off to the side. Coming out the rondelle, add 3 more beads. Sew back up through the 2mm bead, or 3mm bead rather. And then once again, add 1, 2, and 3 beads, and sew through the rondelle this time from the right towards the left. I want to make sure to exit just through the rondelle as I go through here, and that does that nice little flower along the top. From here, sneak over and go up through your 15 O's along the top. Exiting after the second seed bead, we're going to go in now and use our wire guard, going up through the wire guard, coming down through the other side of the wire guard here. As you come down through the other side of the wire guard, you're going to skip over beads 3 and 4, and then you're going to go through beads 5 and 6 of those 15 O's. That brings that wire guard right on the top of the earring, and your earring is actually finished. Now what we're going to do is reinforce that. I'm just going back through the rondelle, up through the seed beads, up along the wire guard, and then as we finish up, take your thread and needle around the rondelles, bring it to the back, and simply tie the thread off at the back and burn it down. Once you have your pieces completed, the last thing to do is to put on your ear wires. Whenever you open up ear wires, you're just going to slide the opening to the side. You don't want to pull back, or what that does is changes the actual shape of the loop or the teardrop that you're opening. You can slide on your wire guards. If they don't slide on, don't forget, you can always go up through the back. Seems simple, but sometimes we forget about that. Twist it back into shape, and there you have your lovely little rondelle flower earrings. You can do tons of different designs with this. You can make them double-sided. You can have no bead hang down. You can do these as a series of bracelets and really make it your own as you create. Thanks so much for joining me, and thanks to Sheryl for this fun idea of the rondelle floral earrings to match with our rondelle flower necklaces. Lots of different varieties you can do with this, and I can't wait to see yours in our Facebook group for beading and jewelry making. Remember, if you haven't checked it out yet, go ahead and look below the video in the description. There'll be links there to take you to our site to get all the materials and have the exact items listed out. Thanks so much for joining in, and stay tuned for more inspirational designs from us here at Potomac Beads.